Welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. My name is Doug, and today we're going to make a really delicious appetizer. I hope you stay tuned. Okay, so fall is approaching, and when we think of fall, we think of all the holidays. We think of Halloween, we think of Thanksgiving, Christmas. I know Christmas is going into winter, but you're gonna throw probably some parties, right? And so this is a really quick and delicious appetizer, and it's very easy to make. So let me show you what you need. First of all, you're going to need these are called bruschettinis, snack size Italian bruschetta toast. And this I picked up at Target. And there's a good amount in here. And it says Classico olive oil. So they are rubbed with olive oil. And these are just like the right size for a little appetizer. And so I have, let's see, 5, 6. I have 18 on this tray right here. You will need 1 Roma tomato. So get yourself a nice size Roma tomato. And you're going to slice it. And you want the slices to be probably close to 1/4 of an inch thick. Something like that. Because we are going to cut these up into little cubes. Okay. Now the end, of course, we won't need. And so I'm going to just cut these up into tiny little cubes. And how I do it is I usually just do 3 slices and then 1 down the middle. So in case you're wondering about that, very easy, nothing hard. Very nice. And always make sure you rinse your fruit. Okay, so we have a small little bowl here. I'm just going to place our Roma tomato in the bowl, just like that. Now, these are so small, so a very little amount's actually going to go on top of that. But what we're going to do is we are going to use some cheddar Gruyere black truffle again. I talked about this cheese one time before, and I love this cheese. I got it at Target again. And we're just going to put like a little bit on each crostini. We're going to put it under the broiler, probably about a minute, take it out, and then we're going to top it with this Roma tomato mixture. And what will it include? It has the Roma tomato. We're going to add, let's do 1. For that amount, we're probably going to do approximately a little less than 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And we're going to do probably a 1/2 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. We don't want too much vinegar on this. So let's see. We might do just a little bit. Let's just do a little bit less than that 1/2. Because we don't want the vinegar to overpower the black truffle cheese. We are going to add a teaspoon of minced garlic. I'm just using it from this jar here. So we're going to use probably about a teaspoon of minced garlic, a little salt and pepper, just a little sprinkling, maybe 1/2 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, something like that. It's really to taste. We don't want to put too much, just a little bit. And then we're just going to mix that. Very simple. Want to make sure that tomato gets that delicious garlic. Okay. See how simple that was? So that is the tomato mixture. Very easy, nothing hard. Now let's take a look at our cheese. Okay, so for our cheese, we're just going to slice probably about less than 1/4 of an inch again of the cheese. And I'm gonna do a little tiny rectangle, okay? Leaning more towards a square. And you just wanna put it on, make sure that you have it on your bruschettini. Bruschettini. I gotta know how to pronounce it. Bruschettini, I think that's how you say it. Bruschettini. And anyway, just make sure that is on your little bruschettini and it's not flowing over because it will melt. So you just want to do a little rectangle on each one, and I'll show you up close what that looks like. Okay, so next step is we're gonna just put this under the broiler for approximately a minute or so. You just wanna make sure that the cheese has melted on top of your little bruschettini. And that's all. And then we're gonna take it out and then we're gonna top it with the aroma tomato mixture. Okay, so look at them. The cheese is nicely melted. So you got to make sure you keep an eye on it. You don't want to burn it. And so we're just going to let that sit for just a little bit, maybe a couple of minutes, and then we're going to add the tomato mixture to it. And when I add the tomato mixture, I'm just going to use a fork because you don't want all that liquid on top of your bruschettini, okay? So we're just going to use a fork and place a little bit on each one. And I also just added a little dry parsley, just a little bit on top because I love that green and red color. Now if you had fresh parsley, that would be even better to top it with. I just didn't have it in the house, but that's something to think about. Okay, so we're gonna start topping our little bruschettinis in just a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna start, I just transferred my bruschettinis to the serving platter, and we're just gonna add a little bit to each one. Well, here they are, and they look fantastic. Now it's time for a taste test. Oh, wow. So good. So that black truffle cheddar Gruyere cheese mixed with the tomato and the garlic. That slight hint of the balsamic vinegar, because you don't want to add too much. Oh my gosh, so good. Very delicate, very delicious. Great appetizer. I hope you try it. Thank you so much for joining us today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living and happy cooking. Bye-bye.